you are a quarterback. You're not Bo Jackson. Stop trying to be Superman. Just get down after you get the first. It's not that complicated, bro. You're going to hinder your own career. It's not good.
When is it time that we're going to incorporate the play style of some players into how we feel about them? I.e., can he be as good as he is, but is always hurt, right?
Yeah.
So Jayden Daniels goes down with it looked like a horrific elbow injury on his off-throwing hand. He's already a little dude. And I just remember when we were talking about this during the draft period, it was one of those things where, you know, we always said that Jayden cannot take the big hits in the NFL. Now, to preface this whole thing, because it can get a little confusing, because a lot of people are probably thinking, well, wait, he only got hurt because, you know, he wasn't pulled from the game when the Seahawks are beating the dog crap out of him. And that is very, very true. I think that he should have been taken out of the game.
Oh, I can agree on that 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. But the elephant in the room is this. He does not play safe anyways.
Yeah.
The fact that he went a whole season without getting hurt was unbelievable. I mean, he was banged up like every single player playing 17 games. But I go back to like when they played your team in college football, LSU versus Florida State, your team versus my team. Jayden Bethune, I think it was like either the first or second series of the game.
Yeah, let me hurdle on a QB power over the offensive line and get leveled.
Jayden Bethune proceeded to pick him up and slam him on the ground like it was WWE wrestling. And I was like, yeah, he can't be playing like that against these boys. And then he continued to do the same thing that whole Heisman season. And luckily he came out of there not suffering any major injury. But I was like, he's not going to be able to get away with this against guys that are going to hit you hard every single play. One thing, my godfather, Greg Scales actually played tight end for the Saints. And if you guys haven't heard the story, I will repeat it for those that don't know. But we had asked him, what's it like playing in the NFL? He was like, in high school, you maybe run into that one player that may hit you hard every couple of series. He said in college, it's like you get hit several times every series. And he's like, in the NFL, you get hit hard every single play. So if that tells you, the difference between all levels. But how did you feel about this? Because I feel like he plays way too reckless.
I think Jayden does play reckless. Like, let's be honest. The way we watch guys like Jayden Daniels and even Jackson Dart, when they're sliding, it's not even a real slide. It's kind of just falling down. This also goes back to coaching.
Falling with style.
Yeah, it used to be common for NFL teams to bring in baseball players to teach correct type of sliding, using your momentum correctly, not falling flat on your palm so that your arm doesn't snap. And in Jayden's case scenario, just being way too loose, not just with the ball in some situations, but being way too loose with his own body. You should not be sticking your arm out behind you when the defender is going for, like, let's be honest, a semi-hip drop tackle. Your arm's gonna get caught under the man's torso. Guess what? Your elbow bending in the opposite direction, usually not a good idea for the human anatomy. I don't know if you guys knew that, but that's kind of just a fact. Not good.
Yeah.
And also trying to hurdle dudes, like, bro, you are 150 pounds. I do not care that you are listed at 205. The dude's 150 soaking wet at like 6'2". And he plays reckless. Same thing with Jackson Dart, my quarterback. This is not me being biased against him. Plus, I'm an LSU fan, so I want the guy to succeed anyway. But you can't be trying to run through defenders. You can't be sliding with your head going forward. You can't be loose with your body, especially your arms. No. It doesn't make sense. Just you are a quarterback. You're not Bo Jackson. Stop trying to be Superman. Just get down after you get the first. It's not that complicated, bro. You're going to hinder your own career. It's not good.
Yeah. And there's a couple questions to be asked about this. I mean, does he play bigger than he is? I think we've already established that, yes, and he's got to be very, very careful in the way that he plays. Is he a good quarterback? I think after last year, it's not a fluke that the guy comes in and has one of the most sensational freshman campaigns that we've ever seen. But when is it time that we're going to incorporate the play style of some players into how we feel about them? I.e., can he be as good as he is, but is always hurt, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think you have to factor that in. Some players can avoid injuries, right? Like playing up there in in your neck of the woods and with the New York Giants, right? Playing at MetLife, everybody gets hurt on that turf, and I don't understand why they don't change it. And we're gonna get into that in the next topic. Yeah. But the thing is when do we consider that, yeah, bro, like you're not as good as what people say you are, and it's because you are yourself playing reckless and getting yourself hurt. When do we start adding that into the conversation? Because he's definitely fits that mold. So, could he be a top 10 quarterback? Yes, but a lot of the injuries that he sustained them because the dude's trying to do too much. In my opinion.
It's not even like RG3 where it's like a freak accident at ACL tear. Like, bro, you are running headfirst into defenders. You're trying to hurdle guys. You're playing loosey-goosey, putting your arms behind you on a hip drop tackle, getting your freaking elbow snapped in half. Like, bro, what's happening right now is unfortunately his fault, and this also does go back to coaching. We used to teach quarterbacks how to slide correctly. Now it's like, oh, just fall, whatever. Like that's definitely an issue at part as well.
Yeah. So, not to get into too deep on how everybody feels about Jayden Daniels, but I mean you have to consider this last injury. I would say is 95% on the coaching staff for sure. Yeah. The other 5% falls on him, and all these little things are going to start to add up. I mean, well, if you've ever watched combat sports or boxing or just anything. One punch, you can't take one light punch 1,000 times. It's going to feel like a bigger punch at the end of the day. Yeah. Everybody gets fatigued by hits. And then for him, who takes all these little hits, that one big hit is the one that's going to put you out of commission because you feel like you've conditioned your body to take it until it actually happens to you. And then it's a, oh shit moment. And now, it's great that he fell on his non-throwing hand, but if this was, I'm telling you guys right now, if this was a non-throwing shoulder injury, he'd be screwed. Yeah. He'd probably be out for the season.
Yeah.
Just any quarterback mechanics out there, anybody that's ever played the position, you can't throw without your other shoulder being aligned to throw the pass too. So, a lot of doctors are coming out and saying that he should come back pretty healthy in this process, and that it wasn't as bad, that he didn't, suffer a broken bone or a lot of torn ligaments or, anything that would have would have hyperextended his arm to the point where, it was beyond, it had to be repaired. So I guess that's good news for the Commanders, but yeah, he's got to stop this, man. Shout out to all my Commanders fans. I know y'all love him, but this is my concern. This is my concern of why I wouldn't have drafted him. And you look at Drake May and Caleb Williams and Bo Nix and JJ McCarthy and even Michael Penix. Like all these guys are much bigger than he is too on paper, and so. Yeah. Yeah, who cares if you want a Heisman if you can't protect yourself? It's craziness.